social distancing, do they? Now, hundreds of Kenyans who are currently at different quarantine facilities have petitioned the government over the poor living conditions that they are being subjected to. The Kenyan returnees from abroad are forced to spend the next 14 days in dormitories in deplorable states and at exorbitant prices. Take a look.
Blocked toilets, missing shower heads and generally poor sanitation is what Kenyans who have been forced into mandatory quarantine in government institutions have had to put up with. This is one of the government facilities picked out to serve as the isolation center for Kenyans who arrived in the country. Unfortunately, they tell us the nightmare for them is far from over. Those who spoke to us say they're shocked at the preferential treatment being offered to senior officials and other foreigners at the airport.
Officers were very rude to them, and they were treating them like they already have the disease. The issue got out of hand because there are certain people who would go and talk to the officers and they are allowed to go.
This video sent to us by one of the returnees who sought anonymity shows some Kenyans seeking shelter from the rain under a tent within one of the KMTC campuses in Nairobi, where they had been left by government officials. According to one of the Kenyans who sent us these images, she was never screened after jetting into the country on Tuesday, as the health officials had already left. However, she, together with those she arrived with, were bundled up together with others they found at the airport inside this National Youth Service bus on Wednesday morning and taken for a trip around Nairobi City in search of a facility before landing at KMTC. Her biggest fear, she says, is that the mishandling of Kenyan citizens is more like incubating the virus the government is trying too hard to contain.
We have two classes of citizens here in this country. Some who are allowed to go home, others not.
While Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe acknowledged the chaos, the CS attributed the mess to the high number of people coming in. Raquel Migai, Citizen TV.